Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie, or Dr. Ruth Newstifter if you want to be formal. I am the author of The Nice Girl's Guide to Talking Dirty, and I blog over at exploringintimacy.com. But thanks to the great folks over at funwares.com, I'm here answering your questions on sex and relationships. And here comes the first one. Dear Dr. Ruthie, I had some surgery some time ago that all of my friends and partners already know about, and it left me with a bunch of scars. Now when I want to get together with future partners, I feel like I'm from National Geographic or something like that, and I'm afraid to let them see my body. I think that it's giving me a set of problems that makes me avoid relationships. Can you help me figure out how to get back into the relationships and feel more comfortable? P.S. I can already tell them about the scars, it's just that I don't want them to see them in a sexual way because I'm afraid they will change their mind. Well, thank you very much for sending in that letter. That is a really good one and a really important topic that's going to impact a lot of people. If it's not impacting a certain person now, it could be impacting you at any point in the future. So let's take a look at this. Scars can come from all sorts of different sources. They can come from different illnesses. They can come from surgeries that were used for enhancement to make you feel better or more like yourself, or they can come from surgeries due to accidents or other unfortunate circumstances that might have landed you in the hospital. So the point of this being that there's more than one possible reason that these surgeries can make you feel uncomfortable. The first is exactly what you said, that you're not sure or you're not feeling confident that your partners are going to accept your body the way it is. They already know about it, but you feel like maybe seeing it is going to be different. And maybe, I hope not, but it's possible that you've had a negative experience in the past, or even more than one, where somebody did feel differently after seeing you, or maybe they weren't a sexual partner, but they saw your body in a non-sexual context, like at the gym or wherever the case may be, and they asked questions or made comments that made you feel self-conscious, as though they saw you differently now that they saw your scars, or that they felt differently about you. So all of those things could be coming to bear on worrying about how people feel about your body. But the other half of it is also that depending on the source of these scars and what kind of initiated them, it could be that you're also still processing what those scars mean and where they came from. So it could also be a matter of the fact that you are concerned that people will look at your body and see your identity differently because of how things have changed with your body. So, oh my gosh, this is a person who's had some sort of medical illness that has left them with scarring. Or, oh my gosh, this is a person whose body may function differently or whose body used to look differently than it does now, especially, for someone who's had cosmetic surgery, for someone who has had, breast cancer and breast removal. This can be, a topic where they're like, oh, now this opens this whole other side of things, and I just want this to be an erotic experience and accepting and, loving or sexy experience, whatever your goals are for this sex. So the first step that I would say is to take a moment, and if you're right or right, if you're not, draw, imagine, whatever the case may be, a little bit on both sides. What could be causing this situation, both from the, my body may look different than I imagine other people's bodies do or than mine used to, and I'm afraid people will kind of see it as a curiosity object or stop seeing me sexually. The other side is there's a whole story behind these scars, maybe not, you didn't tell me, and that story behind the scars is maybe will come up for me even if they don't ask, but worse yet if they do ask. And so there's that whole story behind the scars situation too. Coming to terms with both of those is really important. What you do from there could really, vary depending on you and what your needs are. One possible idea is that once you have come to a better understanding of these situations, you might feel like you're more empowered or in control over it and you can venture forward. You might find that seeing a therapist could be really useful for you, or whatever kind of healing professional really does the job for you. The other thing is that you could look for a lover, depending on you and your circles and all that sort of stuff and how you feel about sexual partners, who will help you to ritually celebrate your body as it is now. That you can talk to ahead of time and say, I don't really want to show you these things until we get there, or maybe you do. And I want you to help me have a situation where we celebrate my body and this transition or this change or just the way it looks right now, who I am now. And so, this may be a very sexual encounter, or this may be an encounter that is very body affirming but doesn't necessarily go into different things that you would define as sex. So I don't know. Maybe that particular idea has some merit for you. Maybe you're like, no, that's just not how I have sex. That's not how I work. but hopefully it'll get your gears turning and get you thinking a little bit about possibilities. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I'm really glad that you want to keep being sexual, that you want to feel your sexual power and have your sexual energy and share your sexual energy in ways that feel good to you. And a lot of people's bodies have scars, and yours are unique to you and feel very differently, but I want you to know that a lot of people have found ways to move forward in very positive ways, maybe even having better sex than they ever had before after processing the different stories of their scars and people's responses and how to handle that. I'm sure that you will too, given some time and some love from yourself to yourself. I'm Dr. Ruthie, and I'll see you at the next video.